I am Devlin Steele, Director of Education at Augusta Precious Metals, here with a look at some of the news we expect to make headlines this week. Before we begin, remember to like this video and subscribe for more economic updates. Tuesday will bring the week's first update on the job market when the Labor Department issues the Job Openings and Labor Turnover Survey. Economists expect to see that there were 9.35 million job openings at the end of October, which would be around 200,000 fewer than the number at the end of September. Right now, there are about 1.5 open positions for every unemployed worker in the U.S. That's still high by historical standards, but down significantly from March 2022, when there were 2 open positions for every jobless American. Coming on the heels of the October JOLTS report will be the National Employment Report for November, which will be released Wednesday by payroll processor ADP. The report, which tracks changes in non-farm private employment, is projected to show an increase of 125,000 jobs in the private sector last month. That would be 12,000 more than the number of jobs added in October. Rounding out the week's jobs numbers will be the Labor Department's headline non-farm payrolls report, which comes out on Friday. Economists expect to see that 175,000 jobs were added last month, an increase of 25,000 over the number added in October. The unemployment rate is projected to remain unchanged at 3.9%. Other numbers we'll be watching this week include the Institute for Supply Management Services Purchasing Managers Index for November. Since January, Services PMI has come in above the key threshold of 50 that separates contraction from expansion in the sector. But October's 51.8 reading was the lowest since May, and projections say the index landed there again in November. Finally, on Friday, we'll get an update on how Americans are feeling about the economy when the University of Michigan issues the preliminary reading of its Consumer Sentiment Index for December. The index has had a rough go of it since July, when it reached 71.6, its highest reading since October 2021. The measure has fallen each of the last 4 months, finishing last month at 61.3. Economists aren't expecting to see much of an improvement in consumer optimism this time around either. This month's initial index reading is projected to land at 61.5, just 0.2 of a point above the November figure. Analysts were paying close attention to one of the index's component measures, 12-month inflation expectations, which climbed to 4.5% in November. That's all for now. We'll be back on Saturday to recap some of the bigger developments in the economy. This is Devlin Steele for Augusta Precious Metals, signing out.